Hey everybody, it's Danny with Hip Hop, so thanks for tuning in. Today I'm going to be taste testing Maplewood Brewing's In Dark Trees, and I'm going to be talking a little bit about Damien Jurado's Caught in the Trees. So stay tuned, I'll taste test the beer, go over a couple of my favorite tracks off of the album. And remember to like, subscribe, and follow me on Instagram. So Maplewood Brewing is located in the Logan Square neighborhood of Chicago. And this is In Dark Trees. It's a dark Czech style lager. So let's see here. Pouring into my ABV Chicago glass here. It's a nice head on it. I can already smell the roasted malts when I'm pouring it there. So Maplewood, I always love their cans. They always have their logo there. It'll be different colors, so it's sort of like blended into the label. And then this one, they have the different kinds of trees. And if you look close at their label, it's like a fir tree or like an evergreen type of trees. Very cool. So 5% ABV, and this was just released a couple weeks ago. Maplewood does a lot of hazy IPAs. They're really good at pastry stouts, barrel-aged stouts. But when I saw a dark Czech lager, I immediately had to grab it. I love Schwartz beers and lagers in general, but dark lagers, I really enjoy as well. So you can see it's got a pretty compact head, some bigger bubbles around there. And it's roasty, very roasty smelling. Almost some like cola notes on it as well, but let's see what it tastes like. Yeah, so it's got the good roasted malt, maybe a few notes of like a dark chocolate and like a dark roasted coffee. And the mouthfeel, it's a little thicker than like most like Schwartz beers that I've had, but I do love it. I mean, you're gonna know it's not quite even a porter like mouth thickness, but it's a very good beer, and you get the like lager yeast on it as well. That's good. It's got a good bitter roast to the beer, which I love. Dark roast coffee. So this is right up my alley. So Damien Jurado's Caught in the Trees is his 8th studio album released, and it was released in 2008. And it's on Secretly Canadian Records, which ironically is in Bloomington, Indiana, which is not too far from the Chicago area here. But Damien himself is located in the Seattle area. I know he spent a little bit of time in California, but he's back up in the Seattle area. And the music from the Seattle area, you can tell heavily influences his music. He's a great singer-songwriter, really in-depth lyrics. His style is sort of ventured from more punk sounding early in like the late 90s stuff to like alternative rock with a little bit of like alt country sorta, folky, and then now a lot of his stuff is releasing as he's had an album where it's just acoustic and some other stuff where it's acoustic but with a backing band. This album is sort of in between all of that. It's got a little bit of like a folk rock on it, some slower stuff with acoustic. So as you can see, the album cover, it's like a satellite image, and I'm not sure where it was. I was really trying to determine what the satellite image was, but I can't tell. But you can tell that there's some clouds you're seeing through, as well as some mountain ranges here. So it's a single LP, and like I said, Secretly Canadian. It's on the green labels there. And it's just on black vinyl. So like I said, Damien Jurado is one of my favorite singers. I got to see him in concert right before the pandemic hit here at Shuba's in Chicago. I own a lot of his records, and this one was actually the one I was exposed to first, and which is gonna start out with my first song I'm gonna play for you is called Sheets, and this one was the first track I heard. I heard it on like the Music Choice cable television music channel, and it was on the adult alternative station years and years ago. It's probably around 2008. And it's sort of got like a haunting vibe, and it's a story about a wife or a wife or a girlfriend that is cheating on him, and it's got a very, like I said, a haunting sound to it, and his sound sort of like sticks with you, and his voice and the way he plays the guitar and the whole instrumentation of it, it's a great song. But I'll play that one for you here. I'm loving this beer, and it's great for like a slightly chilly spring, rainy nights like it is today here in Chicago. So the next song I'm gonna play for you is the opening track. It's called Jillian Was a Horse. And this one, just to switch the style up a little bit. The last track, Sheets, was a little slower. This one is more of an upbeat. I don't wanna say it's like indie pop folk or something like that, but it's definitely a different sound, and it gives you a little taste of what else you can do. All right, and so the last track I'm gonna play for you is called Go First, and this one is sort of a happy medium between the first two I played for you. It's a slower track. It's got its upbeat moments, and one thing about this album is that it was done with some collaborators, and you can hear the backing vocals in a lot of the tracks, which is different from a lot of his other albums. It's just him singing, but sort of you got that harmonizing sound. It's a male and a female throughout the album, and it gives it a really great sound. Check out the next song, Go First. So that's three of my favorite tracks off of the Damien Jurado Caught in the Trees album. This beer, so Maplewood, like I was saying, they do really well with the hazy IPAs, the pastry stouts, but they also are one of the only breweries in the city to have a steady porter. They're Fat Pug. And although they're known for their sort of hype styles, because that's what you see online most of the time from other people, they do a lot of various styles, and they do a lot of styles very well. They also have their Pilsner, so they have a small lager program that they have there. Their Pilsner, the Kazimierz Pulaski Pils, which has its own day, Kazimierz Pulaski Day here in Chicago. It's a pretty big deal, and they have a little get-together every year. And this year, with the pandemic, they had like a take-home Pulaski Pils Day where you could get, I think it was different meats and cheeses and stuff like that to go with the Pilsner. But I'll definitely be enjoying finishing this up. And I look forward to being able to hang out on their patio here in the near future. During the pandemic, when everything started to open, they did have the domes had the space heaters inside. So it was safe, and it was warm here in the bitter Chicago winters. I didn't get to take advantage of that. I have a toddler, so we were being extra careful during everything. But if you see this and you're a fan of dark beers, definitely grab it. Great mouthfeel, great bitterness, and great malt character on it. But so until next week, cheers.